What's going on, boys and girls? This week in my free Telegram channel, I called out these trades right here. We finished the week at plus 11R, so if you would have risked like 1K on each of these trades, kind of like me, you would have made 11K this week. I'm going to cover each of these trades that I've called here in my free Telegram channel. By the way, I've been running this Telegram channel since 2018. Been calling out most of my trades most of the time for free for the past 3 years. If you want to join this, hit the link in the description below. Check out my free trading. There's a link in here for you to join my Telegram channel. There's a lot of fake accounts of me and a lot of fake Telegram channels, so just use the one at the link in the description so you don't get scammed by one of the idiots pretending to be me. But I'm gonna scroll up through here and show you all these trades. So let's take a look. All right, so Monday, May 17th this week, I said I'm long on CAD-JPY. It's a pretty straightforward trend trade. Take profit and stop losses in the screenshot. So why did I take this trade? It's pretty simple. Price is in an overall uptrend. We broke above a horizontal zone right here at 90.1. Price tested it once and tried to go up, failed, smacked back below the level, came back up, found some temporary resistance and broke back above, retested and started to bounce really hard. So what I did right here is I just considered this to be like a little fake out where price swipes below the level and comes back above. I entered a buy, assuming the uptrend will probably continue. So that was my first entry here on CAD-JPY. Now, my second thing that I have right here is I just moved the CAD-JPY stop to break even later that day at 2:20 p.m. and I added a position to the CAD-JPY trade at 90.47 with a stop at 90.34. So that was the second position. Essentially, I was just scaling into this trade. So as it started going up, made another high, and it broke the recent high right there, I ended up moving this first position stop to break even, and then I had a second position right here with a stop loss just below that low right there. So that way, if this one stopped out, it'd be minus 1R loss, and I'd still have this open position running with a break-even stop. So that was that right there. I also had another position that I added on CAD-JPY. Here later in the day, you can see I moved my second CAD-JPY position to break even and added a position right here with the stop right there. And this was my third position right here as price went up and made a higher high. So this one ended up coming back to break even and it stopped out for this third position. The second one was stopped at break even right there. And so this is what I showed right in here. CAD-JPY second position, break even. The third position hit the stop loss for minus 1R. And I put right here the first CAD-JPY position remains in profit with a break even stop. So then I shared this little screenshot here about what it was as I updated it. Going back down in here, we can see that spreads during Asian session around 4 p.m. that day went and just wiped out that CAD-JPY position at break even. So this whole scenario right here resulted in minus 1R. So if you'd have risked 1K in each of these trades, it would have gone into profit, but in total, this one would have been break even, this would have been break even, that one was minus 1R. So this is minus like 1K loss essentially. Second trade I took this week was Euro JPY. You can see right here I have a buy stop on Euro JPY, and this is the screenshot. I showed the entry and the stop right here. I'm long on Euro JPY with the entry and stop shown. So this was right here when the buy stop got triggered after it cracked these little 15-minute highs. I was anticipating it reject on this like 1 hour, 4 hour support zone. This is pretty much just a break a retest of a level on the 4 hour chart with a timed entry on the minute 15. So what I did right there is after the first position started moving into profit, I put right here, I moved my first Euro JPY position to stop loss to break even, and I added a buy just now at that price with a stop at that price right there. So we'll go to Euro JPY and we'll look right here. And you can see that was my first position right there. It ended up going up, came back down, and this was that second position right here where I moved the first one to break even, and I have my second position with the stop loss essentially like just below these recent lows. So that way, if it continues the uptrend structure and doesn't crack out of structure, it'll continue, and if not, it'll go and stop out with a break even on the first one and a stop on the second one. So this one ended up going into profit as well. And then we had a third JPY position right here. You could see at 7 a.m. that next morning on Tuesday, I said I moved my stop for the second Euro JPY position to break even. I will post some screenshots, blah, blah, blah. We're selling our house, so I was getting my house inspected. So I had a lot of stuff going on, but here we go. There's this right here. So this is when I moved my second stop loss to break even. It looked like that. And I added right here. So I just added another buy entry to Euro JPY with a stop, with an entry here and a stop here. That was this third position up here. And this one I closed like halfway to the stop loss, and I called it like right here. It was kind of like a break even. So I just closed that last EJ entry halfway to the stop. Even if price doesn't hit the stop, we have like the session changeover for Asian session right there, literally in like 1 minute. And so I said like the spread's probably gonna like wipe it out anyway, which was correct. The spread would have like went and smashed the stop loss. So I mean, this is essentially just a break even trade. It is what it is. So yeah, that was that. So this position got wiped out right there. What I did end up doing is adding another position as it cracked the highs and started to continue up to make a higher high here on the 4 hour. This entire trade was essentially just based on a break and retest of this level. That was it. That was the whole analysis. The timing was just on the minute 15. It was a 4 hour break and retest with just a timed entry. This last position, let's see if we can find out where I called it. Here we go. It's 7:06 p.m. So about 3 hours after session changeover. I just re-entered a 30-year JPY buy at that price with a stop at that price. So that was me calling out this last trade right here. And it went up into profit. And then I called right here. Like an hour later, boom, I just closed all my EJ positions in a plus 8R profit. This H4 made a higher high. It's a good push for profit taking. And then I did a little recap of all the trades I called up this week. So that being said, right here, this one was, you can see this first position was plus 3R. This one was plus 3R. And this one was plus 1R. So I averaged it out. So it's like 6, 7, 8. So let me see, this was like plus 3. So so these are a little bit more than 3. So this essentially adds up to 3 plus 6, 6. And then like counting these two, it was like plus 7, and this is about 1R where I closed it. It says 0.84, but when I closed it, it was a little bit higher. So this is roughly 8R minus the 1R loss right here, or this is essentially like half R. It came out in profit like plus 8R. So that was good. So we had that. We also had the CAD JPY break even. I went over the CAD JPY loss as well from the stop out. And then the USD JPY break even trade, which is this next one. So we'll wrap up Euro JPY here. This was this all scenario right here. It closed out with some nice profits on this. This trade represented most of the profits this week. So let me go and find USD JPY. Right here I put right here at 8 a.m. on May 18th, I called, I'm short on USD JPY, the entry and take profit showed. This is essentially a break and retest of a 1 hour level timed in the minute 15. I thought it was going to go down to this next like 4 hour level right here. So I entered this trade. I ended up closing it at break even. Whenever price kept on like trying to swipe upwards at the zone, it kept on swiping upwards. Like I think it was like twice. Like it went up, came back down 2 times, came back down. I ended up just closing it at break even. I didn't think it was going to go. I actually don't even know what ended up happening. Let me go and check. Yeah, so this wouldn't have worked out. So this would have kept on swiping at the zone, and it would have gone up and rated the stop loss. So normally what I'll do is if price goes sideways for too long, it's usually a side there isn't enough like liquidity at a zone to send price into its movement downwards or upwards, whichever way you think it's going to go. So oftentimes what you'll do is you'll see like a liquidity sweep where it'll try to raid the level and take out all stops. Kind of like right in here that happened. Once it breaks and retests, if it doesn't immediately go into some nice profits, it'll go sideways for a while. It'll usually sweep up and raid the liquidity before coming back down. You see this happen all the time, especially on like USD pairs. It's just insane. So I closed right here after price just essentially was just going sideways and wasn't moving. So that was essentially a break-even trade. So there was all these trades so far. Then I uploaded a student interview with Mark, one of our clients, a little 20-minute video one of my team members recorded. And then I pitched the Mission FX full program like I do every week. The day after that, we had a bunch of like crypto crashes. You guys saw Bitcoin crash like something crazy, like 30-40% this week. I ended up buying a ton of crypto. I think I bought like 40K in crypto this week, 45K. I can't remember. I did it on a couple different not exchanges, but wallets, mostly Binance, but a little bit on Coinbase, a little bit on MetaMask, and a little bit on Binance. I also bought like 10K worth of stock. I bought another 5K of Tesla, another 5K of Dow Jones US 30. So that's that. And then I pitched the Mission FX full program again. And then here we go. I was up like a bunch on the crypto, everything spiking back up. Crypto is back kind of like around where I entered as of right now. If it crashes, it crashes. I don't care. I'm in it for the long run, so it is what it is. But yeah, I got some badass prices on crypto this week. So back to Forex trading right here. I just entered a buy on Euro JPY. This was this next morning, so May 20th. I entered a buy on Euro JPY at this right here, at this entry, this stop loss. So what ended up happening on Euro JPY is this one ended up stopping out. Yeah, so it barely stopped out, and then it started going back up again. So that was kind of annoying, but that one was stopped out. So that was minus 1R. Then US 30, so I shared a screenshot, I didn't take it. I shared this US 30 trade right here, right, that I entered this. I'm long on US 30 at 33.819 with the stop loss right there, and I didn't know a final target, so I just left it open. But this US 30 trade was right here, so that was that first entry that I called out. That one started going into some good profits, and then put an H4 screenshot for context whenever I called it out. So it was essentially just a break and retest of this 4-hour zone. Price was testing it as support, broke below, broke back above, and came and tested with some good rejection. So I took that rejection into context of the H4, thought it would bounce up to this zone up here, and I just pinpointed the entry in the minute 15. So then US30 started ripping up, so I shared a screenshot of US30. I set an alert above the recent highs to let me know to scale in. So I was looking for scale ins after US30 started going into some profit. Now let's see, this is me showing where EJ hit the stop loss right there that I already covered, so it was minus 1R. So US30 was in like plus 4R profit. And then, here we go. This was my last buy on EJ, so we'll finish up US30. I'm just trying to go in chronological order here. But this last buy on EJ that I took, price went up right here. I was trying to scale in because I thought the EJ from the 1 hour, 4 hour was still going to go up. I thought that this break and retest of this horizontal level was going to hold. It started going up, but then it came back for break even. So I entered this buy right here. You guys can see right before I went to bed. I put like maybe she'll spike up now. I've been a rangy mess all day. Right before I went to bed, I moved the stop loss right here from my Euro JPY position. You can see I moved it to break even or just above break even, and I just left it. So whenever I woke up, yeah, I was like flexing like another badass week of trading so far, and little bullshit life story. And then here the next morning, you can see EJ pin break even and US30 continue to crack these highs. So yeah, so EJ pin break even. So that was that next morning at 5 a.m. when I woke up. And then what I had right here is I put right here, I just added another US30 position entry and stop shown below. So this is from my terminal. You can see that was my entry 34,209 with the stop loss right below it at that price. And then I showed a screenshot and stuff as well. So then what happened, let's wrap up US30 and then I'll cover this last silver trade. So US30 was up for a comprehensive plus 6R profit. It ended up just rocketing upwards. That was that first position with the break-even stop, second position with the stop below the recent lows that I called. And then like like 3 minutes after, I was like, fuck, it's Friday, I better just close these trades. So I put this update here about 9 a.m. on yesterday, Friday. I just closed both of these trades for plus 6R. I forgot that it's Friday and I'd rather not roll the dice on all these trades over the weekend, so a solid end of the trading week. So that was US30. I closed right here essentially at 34,409. It ended up reversing right from that moment. Not far, but it ended up just having a little sell-off. So yeah, I was able to get out at a good price. I think US30 will go up long term. I'll just look for re-entries next week. With a stop this tight, I didn't want to risk it like spreads grabbing the stop or price opening up down here after the weekend and getting executed at like below my stop. I just didn't want to risk it. It was in good profits. It was plus 6R, so it was pretty. I was fine with closing it. So that was that. And then to cover this last trade I took a trade on silver. On the 4 hour, this was a break and retest of a horizontal zone. I'll just show you how it looks on the 4 hour. It's very simple. I pretty much trade breaks and retests of horizontal levels during trends. Been doing this shit for like the past 3 years. So this was it. It was a break above this 4 hour zone, a retest right here with rejection. I thought it was going to bounce. It was this right here. So price broke above. So this is the one that I shared here in Telegram right here. So yeah, I thought it would go. It ended up not going at all. It quickly just went back here, grabbed the stop loss, and that was for minus 1R this week. So I don't know, maybe gold and silver will continue upwards this coming week. Gold and silver are looking pretty bullish right now at this very specific moment in time, especially with like inflation going crazy here in the US. So that's that. So that was my trading week, and I already covered US30. So that leads us down to here with all the trades this week. So we had 3 break evens on CADJ. That one Euro JPY trade kind of closed like roughly halfway to the stop. There's some profits I didn't count on other open trades. Like if it's like plus 0.3R profit, like I usually don't count that. So essentially the other Euro JPY position just pretty much was break even though it was like a small loss. I just counted it as break even. And then I didn't count some of the other partial profits on the other trades. I usually just round it down to the next round number just to be like, covered worst case scenario. So these were essentially all the trades I took this week. So we had 3 break evens, 3 losses, right? 3 losses. And the rest of these were like winners with scaled in profits and stuff. So as you can see, winning a little bit more on the winners and losing on the losers. Counting everything, it was a plus 11R week. So about roughly 11K for me. and the win rate was roughly 62% for me this week, not counting these break-even trades. If we're just counting trades that either won or lost, I won 62%, which is a pretty good win rate. I'm really happy with that. I'm cool if I just get like a 40 to 50% win rate, because trading with like decent risk rewards, it's still really profitable. So that's it. That's all the trades I took this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you'd like to join my free Telegram channel where I call all my trades most of the time, most weeks out of the year, then just hit the link in the description below and come check it out. I just try to share as much as I can for free, and then I monetize everything I do, not by running ads on my YouTube channel and not charging for this Telegram channel, but by charging for my full program, which you should consider. My team just added one-on-one mentorship a couple weeks ago, so it's pretty cool if you're looking to get like a personalized experience. I'm trying to take my company Mission FX to being like the best, most customer-centric focused education program here in the Forex niche. So consider joining it if you haven't already, if you want a little bit of one-on-one help from me and my team and like live group sessions and stuff like that. So see y'all later. Y'all have a great rest of the week. Hit the like button on this video, and I'll see y'all later. Cheers.